Davis Mills says the Texans played good in Chicago. Okay, if that's where the bar is, then all right. Maybe I'm overreacting to this team having more talent than many people thought they would, to this team being in games and in close games. And maybe my bar is too high because I thought they played like crap. A turnover in the end zone, an interception, forcing the ball to Cooks, an interception to end the game, a backup running back coming in and running all over you, 0 for 4 on 3rd and 1, 0 for 3 passing on 3rd and 1, and you played good, man. As we're evaluating a quarterback, there's a lot of things that go into it. There's a lot of things that Mills has against him. He's a 3rd-round pick, so we didn't expect Davis Mills to be in this position, and just the fact he's in this position is impressive. But if we're evaluating him as someone that can be the quarterback beyond this year, not even necessarily the franchise guy, when I, the podium critic, hashtag podium critic, at Landry Locker on Twitter, subscribe to the channel as well, when I hear my quarterback minutes after leaving a game behind the podium, normally you see quarterbacks, you see players go up there, they're so disgusted after their team loses that they can hardly hide it. Justin Fields calls out the Chicago Bears fans last week, and he has to apologize for it. When I see Davis Mills go up there and say he thought that they played good, either he's right and I'm expecting too much from this team, or my God, once we see bad, we're going to know it because it's going to be terrible. This is what the quarterback of your Houston Texans had to say after the loss in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take responsibility for it.
You
Obviously,
should.
turned the ball over late in the game when we needed it.
Respect.
That's the quarterback's job, is be able to protect the football and start building drives and moving us down the field to put ourselves in a position to win the games. So I'll take responsibility for it. But
thank you.
I thought overall we played well today. It's just a tough result.
Played well? Really? I'll take your word for it. I mean, you're in the locker room. You're one of the leaders of the team, but played well? Goodness. I do not want to see what bad looks like. Lovie Smith, he's done this a couple of times now, head coach of the Texans. I don't think Lovie has been bad. The run defense, I don't know what they're expected to do. Like, I can expect Davis Mills to play poor instead of piss poor, realistically. I don't know what this run defense is supposed to do. Maybe they need to put more guys in the box, which Lovie says that they were doing. I didn't see a ton of it, but that's what Lovie says. And he also wants to look glass half full.
Of course, a fake punt, but so much more. Punting game, coverage, kickoff and punt. Thought we did some good things that gave us an opportunity, to win the football game. Yesterday's game, we've lost 3 winnable games, 3 games where we had 4-quarter leads. Glass half full, that's saying that we're close.
It could say that you're close, or it could say that you've been lucky in that Shaq Leonard's not out there for the Indianapolis Colts. Jerry Jeudy and Simmons and Surtain aren't out there for the Broncos. Montgomery leaves the field. I do think the gray area, the most frustrating thing about this Texans team right now is that the gray area, which is how you evaluate this team, process over results, what Nick Caserio says, the gray area is just as troubling as the overall bottom line, that you're 0-2-1. Like the gray area of breaks going your way and maybe you having an injury and you have to evaluate differently. The gray area of other teams having injuries and whatnot. Like the gray area is just as confusing as the bottom line. And I think that's what the problem is. But there is some good news for the Texans. Bad news for a local guy, Rashawn Slater. He's going to be out for the Chargers. And the Chargers are very, very banged up. Justin Herbert's playing with bad ribs. Keenan Allen is hurt. Bosa got hurt yesterday. Their all-pro center is hurt. They got a receiver out. I might have missed some stuff, but the point is the Chargers are banged up and the Texans are only a 6-point dog. So if they can continue to play well, which is what Davis Mills said they do, maybe we're talking about a win and maybe the ship gets righted, but we shall see. But the Texans fall once again, 0-2-1. The draft talk has started. I didn't want to do this as early as, and oh, by the way, that whole theory about, the AFC South, every team in the division wins, and don't look now, but Jacksonville looks pretty damn good. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at Landry Locker, also on Instagram. I'm going to keep this thing going. Just got my new phone too, so I'm going to be able to be online doing my thing as well. Got that new 14. I feel so damn cool. Appreciate you. We'll keep this going. You can catch me 10 to 2 Monday through Friday, Sports Radio 610 on the Odyssey app.